Hey, I'm Madeline at Varonis, and I'm excited to show you how Varonis Interceptor is the best in class at stopping zero-hour threats in the forms of phishing, fraud, and business email compromise. In this demo, I'll show you how Interceptor detects inbound threats your existing solutions are missing by combining several layers of AI-powered analysis with our live phishing sandbox. In fact, let's start there. This is a direct look at the phishing sandbox, where we can see a live feed of websites scanned by Interceptor and registered as malicious. I'll click on this example, and in this case, there is an attempt to spoof a Booking.com website. We see a lot of campaigns like this, especially ahead of major industry conference seasons. Attackers often target security professionals directly, claiming there's an issue with a hotel reservation to create urgency. Interceptor's phishing sandbox is smart enough to also bypass CAPTCHAs and Cloudflare turnstiles like the one you see in the example. I also noticed this domain is brand new. Attackers are constantly spinning up new domains as soon as one website is flagged or taken down. And in this case, the domain wasn't even analyzed by a myriad of other threat tools. Interceptor still flags it because new domains appear constantly and the feed updates continuously, adding close to 1 million new sites a day. This technology is foundational to stopping inbound threats in the inbox. But attacks are multi-channel, coming from links, files, LinkedIn messages, and other collaboration apps. Interceptor provides a lightweight browser extension that pairs with the phishing sandbox to stop phishing at the click, blocking malicious sites across browsers and apps, even when they appear legitimate to users. Now that I've shown you how the phishing sandbox works, let's look at how Interceptor uses a multimodal approach to scan every email and website. Interceptor applies vision, language, and behavioral models to detect threats and indicators of deception. We analyze every email, attachment, link, and URL to catch both known and never seen attacks that other solutions, they simply miss. From Interceptor's central dashboard, I get an immediate view of the current threat landscape and how many incidents are impacting your users. This helps give me a high-level understanding of the various types of threats creating the most risk before I drill into the specifics. Scrolling down to the top threats, I can see different types of attacks along with how frequently each type of attack is showing up. Top threats are also continuously updated, so I'm looking at real-time trends as opposed to a static snapshot. Scrolling over to threats over time, I can see how attacks we saw above change over time, which help me understand seasonal activity and separate one-off events from sustained activity. But it's not just about seeing what threats Interceptor is catching, it's also important to see what other actions it is taking. What's being blocked, what types of spam are being removed, the ROI from doing so, and various forms of business email compromise being stopped. We can also click into any of these for more insight. I'm going to take a look at the business email compromise example, like invoice fraud in the form of a fund scam. In this example, there's no attachment and no link. It's just a request for invoice information and payment details. The Varonis incident response team sees this type of attack regularly. These are especially difficult for users to spot, particularly when they come from trusted colleagues or business partners. Here, I can see how the email was analyzed. Interceptor's language model analyzes the text and intent of this email. In this particular case, it is a request for payment aimed at Jacqueline in finance. Interceptor also looks at the topic and tone for cues, including urgency and references to financial details. It also evaluates writing style to spot deviations from typical sender behavior. Our behavioral model identifies this message as a CRO impersonation attempt sent from an infrequent Gmail account. But what if it wasn't infrequent? What if this was from the CRO? Interceptor doesn't solely rely on whether this account is new or spoofed. Even if this message came from a real executive account with no obvious indicators, these signals still apply, and Varonis removes the message before the user ever sees them. One last element of Interceptor's detection capabilities I'd like to show you is generative AI cloning. This is literally AI versus AI. Interceptor uses generative AI email clones to simulate thousands of phishing variants, training its models to recognize and block attacks that haven't even been sent yet. This also aids Interceptor in understanding intent masked in ambiguous shorthand or language. From here, I can easily generate all findings in an executive report. This pulls all the findings into a ready-to-share PDF, making it easy for security leaders to brief executive teams and their boards without manually building PowerPoint slides or spreadsheets. Ultimately, Varonis Interceptor delivers reduced risk and maximum efficacy against both known and zero-hour threats, with multimodal protection that extends beyond email security through our browser extension. Rapid deployment enables immediate ROI, and a 3-month look-back uncovers threats still lurking in inboxes. It starts with a free email risk assessment. Nothing is needed from you. No disruption to delivery of mail, just a 5-minute install, and you'll see the results speak for themselves. Submit a request today and see what your existing solutions are missing. You'll be shocked.